Okay, so a floating heel hinge squat hinge movement. So in this exercise, we're going to be learning to create some stiffness in the foot and the ankle, and some co-contraction of all of these muscles down in the lower limb, whilst we then coordinate a hip hinge pattern and a squat pattern over the top of that foot and ankle stiffness, okay? So I'm going to set up with my feet pointing straight ahead. I'm going to float my heels just off the floor. It's not a maximum calf raise, they're just floating off the floor and then they stay there. And then I'm going to do a little mini squat, a little knee bend. This is my start position and my finish position, okay? So we're in this position to begin with. Then I'm going to do a hip hinge. And to do the hip hinge, I'm going to lead with my sit bones, where I'm going to start thinking about pointing my sit bones up to the ceiling. And as a result of that, my torso falls down towards the floor. I'm not thinking about pointing my chest to the floor because then we don't get as much of a hip hinge, okay? So I point my sit bones as far up to the ceiling as I can get. That's my hip hinge. And now I'm going to allow my knees to bend and come down into a squat pattern. Then to get back up, this is the most important thing. We're going to re-point our sit bones up at the ceiling. That is what brings me. So I'm sit bones up, sit bones up, sit bones up, sit bones up. And then once I can't get them up anymore, my hips are going to come forward to the top here. And notice that my feet, my heels do not touch the ground. So one more time. Sit bones up into a hinge, sit bones up, knees bend into a squat, and then to get back out, sit bones up, they lead the movement, the chest just comes along for the ride. Once I can't get any more range there with my sit bones up, my hips come forward to bring me back out of that